First of all, I want to start from thanking you deeply from my heart for being here. To organizers and to speakers for keep going and talking about what is happening in Ukraine. I am from Ukraine. I live there with my family, and I came here a few days ago, and it is extremely pleasant to see the support of Swedish people, of people who are coming 3 times a week for demonstrations for Ukraine. Why is it important? Because it is terrifying how much of information, absolutely not truthful, Russia provides to the world. And when we hear and we have our eyes in Ukraine to see what is happening, our families, our husbands, our fathers, our sisters, sometimes our friends are militarians, and they see what is happening on the ground. And then when we, for example, hear or listen or read a newspaper that Kakhovka Dam was somehow damaged, then it's a huge pain because we know for sure that it was destroyed by Russians. And they are the only one who are responsible for this and for all lives who just stopped after they did it. So thank you a lot for coming and for participating in the events like this. Please go in social media and talk to everyone you can, because only us talking more and more about this will bring truth to the world. So I am from uAnimals. This is the biggest animal rights organization in Ukraine. We were working far before war started, just protecting animal rights in Ukraine, changing laws, changing people's opinion. And then war came to our country, and we had to work with actual evacuations of animals from war zones, with delivery of humanitarian aid to shelters, with reconstruction of shelters which are destroyed by Russians. And then in few months after the full invasion, we realized that actually this is an ecocide, what is happening in Ukraine right now. So the destruction of forests, the damage to national parks, the ecocide, and like the nature, what is disappearing slowly in Ukraine, it's not a side effect of the war, it is actually one of the goals. We realized that when our teams were coming to newly liberated cities, towns, villages, and we saw the same picture everywhere, from small to big. Russians are killing dogs and cats for no reasons, for fun. They are mining the zoos, so people cannot evacuate animals from there. They're destroying huge hectares of forests. And of course, the soil is polluted. 30% of natural reservation parks are now almost destroyed by Russians. And what scientists say is that some of them will never recover. They have been before, which means we lose the biodiversity, which means we lose thousands of species. It's actually several hundreds of species of animals which will disappear only because of war. We talk about ecocide to the whole world because, you know, water does not have any borders. Air does not have any borders. And everything what they are doing in Ukraine, slowly and then very quickly will come to all other countries. Nowadays, when Kakhovka Dam was ruined by Russians, the next day, I live in Odessa, it is around 4 maybe hours from Kakhovka. The other day, 3-floor building flew by the sea to Odessa beach. And a lot of other things came from there. And this is something we can see by our eyes. But what about pollution? What about infections? What about everything else what they're creating? What about thousands of animals who are dying right now under the layer of water in Kherson region? It all will be spread all around the world. So we needed you from the very first day of the war, of the full invasion. But the whole world needs to stop this, because until the territories of Ukraine are under occupation, until Russians are there, they will commit these ecological crimes. And this is the reason why I came here, and I'm extremely happy to see the support of the parliament in Sweden. I speak to your deputies, and yes, there is a huge work which needs to be done, but what we really hope and what we really work on is we want European countries to support us into telling that Russia is not just a terrorist state. Russia is actually an eco-terrorist state as well, because ecological crimes, it is what they are doing. We want UN, we want the government, the parliament to go and to talk with UN and to recognize Russia as a terrorist state, because earlier or later they have to pay for what they have done on our land. When our team came to Kakhovka region, it was the very first day after the catastrophe happened. And we saw everything on the ground. Russians were targeting actually people, including the team of uAnimals, which were evacuating animals and people as well. So nothing what has value for them, absolutely nothing. One zoo which we were trying to evacuate for months, but Russians minded and didn't allow to do. They had 300 of animals. 260 of them died. Only like swans and ducks, birds who could fly and swim, they survived. But the rest, 260 animals, just died under the water. And they will continue doing this until we stop them. So thank you for supporting. Russia is an eco-terrorist state. We will keep going to talk about this, and I'm sure Ukraine will win, and Russia will pay for everything it's done. Please stand for every life, because every life matters, and it is what differs us from Russians. Russians destroy every life, everything. We have requests, almost a lot of them from militarians. So Ukrainians are those who save every life because we believe it matters. It is about our values. Thank you for being with us. Big gratitude.